Let's go, Texas. We're live here on the Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show. A familiar face joining us, if nothing else, a familiar voice. Ahmad joining us from ESPN. Thanks so much for joining us. You live just around the corner.
Listen, there was no way I was going to be 3 hours away from this game between the Dukes and the Bison and not show up. I brought my girlfriend up. We came up. I wanted to be here. I think this is going to be a fantastic football game. I love the North Dakota State football culture. As y'all know, I've bragged about it. Even got on air a few years ago and said y'all beat my Longhorns, and heard about that all the way back to Austin. But I'm just happy to be here, and always the Bison love is always something that draws you in.
Yeah, I know Anish and yourself, you guys are still a broadcast crew, and we think very highly of Anish Shroff back in Fargo as well. You guys got to do a few bowl games. You got off the FCS beat. I know you were probably a little disappointed in that. What's it going to be like to watch this game and not be working it?
Well, I'm glad that I can experience the culture now. I mean, really, as a guy who, and we were talking about it a little bit, but as a guy who played at Texas, cover a lot of high-profile programs, some of the top in the country, there's nothing like the energy that you get around here. So it's really about the people, the passion that they have for football. As y'all know, y'all cover it close and personal. And I wanted to be a part of that. So I finally get a chance to be an adult. Hopefully I can find me one of these tailgates that'll let me come in and have
I don't think you'll have a problem with
some
that.
food and a few beverages. You know, that's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have a problem with that. Well, a day in and a day out every week of the football season, you're preparing for a different team. Your job's way harder. We get to hone in on Bison football and concentrate our efforts on them. You're in and out of other teams every week. Have you found yourself, though, checking the scores for the Bison games, seeing how they're doing every week still?
I have an alert on my phone, you know, and I hate to say this, but I mean, really, if it were 2018 and I were being recruited again, and, you know, I don't think University of Texas would want a 5'8", 150-pound dripping wet quarterback. So I'd probably be a Bison. If I came back again, I'd wear green and gold. It's just, I mean, pardon me, green.
That's
and
cool to hear.
No, I mean that. It's just, it's that impactful. So, yeah, I really do. I admire this program from afar. I have alerts on my phone. I'm a big fan of Easton Stick. I love his demeanor. Still can't believe that he won those games leading up to the championship 2 years ago and then just made way for Carson the way that he did, despite Carson being great. It's just the character.
Yeah.
The ability to be able to do that and to compete at a high level and to take your team to a championship and then do that. I've been a fan of his since covering the games, and I'll say it, I'm not a secret Bison fan, I'm a Bison fan. So definitely support this program.
So what do you think today? James Madison, North Dakota State. You know these two programs, you watch them well. Who do you like, why?
I think it's a 12-round bout, but I think at the end of the day, when you start talking about a 12-round bout, you look at the Dukes, they come in with a highly effective secondary that can really suffocate teams on the edge, which allows teams to put more numbers in the box. The question will be, can they handle the power and the brute force that this Bison offense brings to you? I mean, it's aggressive, it's in your face, it's assertive. They make no assumptions about what they're going to do. They're running right down your hill with lead, power. Can they handle that? I believe if North Dakota State comes out and gets on them early in the first 2 drives and they've ate up a quarter and a half, this game's over. Because it's just one of those kind of, when it caves in on you like that and the Bison are on top of you, it's really hard to fight back because of the way they play ball. I think if the Dukes come out and they establish an early lead like they did in last year's game that I was able to see, I think it's going to be hard for the Bison to gain traction. However, I'm looking for this to be one of the best games in, not just in FCS, but in college football all this year. I think it's 2 evenly matched teams that are going to be fighting for a title today.
It'll certainly be a lot of fun. We really appreciate you
all
joining
on this
us.
side.
So much fun. We're going to pitch it back into the studio. Alex Egan has more.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Cool.